Beautiful. Okay, now we can get started. Okay. So just take a moment, feel your feet on the ground, maybe wiggle in your seat, relax your shoulders down. Lift and just kind of lift up, make your neck nice and long. And you can place your hands on your legs. Maybe even roll the shoulders back just a little bit so you can feel that lift in the neck. And now start to bring attention to your breath. So once you settle the body, just want you to notice the quality of your breathing. In yoga, we practice pranayama, which is a breathing technique. It's awareness of your breath, and your breath is your life. Without breath, there is no life. So we always want to make sure when we breathe, we do good quality breaths. And there are some that say the quality of your breath equals the quality of your life. So the better quality of breathing you can get, the better your life will be. The longer your life will be. The longer your breath can be, the longer your life will be. Good. Now let's just take the right hand and bring it out, palms facing forward. And just bring that hand back. As you bring it back, look over your left shoulder. So elbow is slightly bent on the right. And you're looking to the left shoulder, just drawing it back. You feel a little bit of stretch here in your deltoids and your pectoral muscles. And then gently return the right hand back to your right leg. And then we'll do the same thing on the left leg. Left arm comes up and then comes out. Maybe bring that elbow behind your shoulders. Look to the right. And just pull back just a little bit with that left elbow. And again, as a reminder, if something doesn't feel right in your body, that is your body's way of saying don't do it. Return the left hand back to your left leg. So your body will tell you, right arm goes out to the right side. We're doing this 3 more times. Elbow goes back. Your head's going to gently turn to the left shoulder. Return your head back to neutral and then bring your right hand down. So this is very slow moving because I want you to kind of get into your sympathetic nervous system. We're relaxing and breathing. Turn your head to the right shoulder as your left elbow goes behind you. And then return your head to neutral and your left hand back to the left leg. Right arm lifts. Take the right arm out to the right side, right elbow goes behind you. Turn your head to the left shoulder. Return your head back through center, lower your right hand down. Inhale, lift your left arm. Bring your left arm back, look to the right. And look back through center and bring your left hand down. Last time on each side. Inhale. Exhale, open that arm. Look to the left. Your head always wants to go to your hand. You're making it work a little today. And come back through center. Lower your right hand down. Left arm comes up. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back. Look to the right. And bring the left hand forward. Drop your chin towards your chest, palms on your knees. Tuck your chin in. Round your shoulders forward. Push out through your spine. Take a couple breaths here. So we're just moving the rib cage out as we breathe. So the inhalation, the rib cage expands, focus on the chest. As you exhale, focus on the belly. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Lift your head up. Draw your hands to your hip crease. Bring your elbows into your ribs and then push your chest forward. So the belly and this part rounds this way. And then lift your head up and then tuck your chin back. Elbows squeeze in towards the ribs. And you'll feel this little dip in your low back here. We'll take a couple breaths. So expanding the front of your chest. Two more breaths. We inhale. Exhale from the belly. Inhale to the chest. Exhale to the belly. Now bring your spine into neutral. Sit nice and tall. And then we're going to take our hands to the sides. Rotate your thumbs so they point away from your hips. Press your feet equally into the ground beneath you. And then we'll inhale both arms out to the side into a T shape. So reach out through your fingers. And then we'll take another inhalation as we bring the arms up. Good. And now hold here, lifting the ribs up. Even the shoulders. Maybe this first one, we're going to lift the shoulders up. Now as you exhale, soften the shoulders and kind of bring them down so the shoulder blades slide down your back. So more of a V shape maybe with your arms. You just hold this for a second. Press your feet into the ground. And then exhale into cactus arms, just like we just did, but both elbows are going back. Again, tuck the chin slightly in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze those shoulder blades. And then re-extend the arms back up. Now reach your hands forward and round and bring your hands to your knees. Good. Now inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale into cactus arms, pulling the chest and heart forward, elbows bend. Re-extend up, straight arms. Reach forward and round, hands to your knees. Let's do two more of these. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus arms, elbows in towards ribs, head lifts up. Re-extend up. Exhale, hands to knees, chin to chest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus arms, open the chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to knees, chin to chest, and we'll hold here. Breathe. And then very slowly slide your hands down your shins. Take your time coming into that first fold. So as you reach for your ankles, take your time, notice what you're feeling. If it doesn't feel right in your body, again, listen to the signals. Your body tells you what it wants. If it doesn't want it, don't do it. We'll take 3 more breaths here in this fold. Inhale and exhale. And then on your third time you come into, actually your fourth inhalation, you're going to slide up nice and slow. Roll the shoulders back and then return the thumbs pointing away from your hips. Back in Tadasana. Inhale the right arm up. Lean to the left, taking a lateral stretch to the left side of your rib. Now exhale, lower the right arm down. Relax the right arm. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, lean to the right. Right shoulder's relaxed. And then we'll gently lower left arm down by the hips. Good. Inhale, right arm up. Reach over your head to the left. Maybe get a little deeper on the second round. And exhale, lower right arm down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower the arm. One more time on each side. Right arm reaches up. Lean to the left. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, lower right arm. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. Now soften both arms and then relax the shoulders and then take some circles. So shoulders come up, they go back, they go down, and then they come forward. Just moving out, focusing on the trapezius muscle. And then you may feel different if you bend your elbows, it feels one way. If you try to keep your elbows straight, it feels different. So try it both ways and see which way feels better in your body. So part of yoga is just, learning about how this body, this machine we have functions. And the yoga therapy training I'm doing is called optimal state. So it's interesting that they're teaching how to be, what is your optimal state of being? Is it better to do this? Is it better to do that? Because we're all slightly different. We're not all built the same way. So we have to figure out what is our optimal state. What do we need in our practice? Very good. Do one more shoulder roll and then relax the hands down. Maybe you can feel a little bit of pulsating or your heartbeat or some warmth in your hands now. Good. Just take a moment to breathe. Now bring awareness to your legs. And we'll start by lifting the right knee up. If you want to hold the right knee, you can. If you don't want to hold it, you can just bring it up. Now I want you to focus on your shoulders. Bring your shoulders back, lift your head up. And as you do that, gently bring the knee into your chest and then lower it just a little bit halfway so it hovers on the floor. And then inhale. And actually exhale when the knee comes in. Inhale when the knee goes out. So practice that. So it's really working the lower abdominals here. It's the inhale, bring the knee up. The exhale, the knee goes away. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Two more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Pause here for just a moment. Notice how the right leg feels. Relax the shoulders. And then we'll do the left leg. So right foot is anchored to the floor. Left knee comes up. Left foot rises. Free inhalation. Just breathe in. And as you exhale, bring the knee closer. Inhale, knee goes out. Exhale, the knee comes in. Just slowly concentrate on focusing on that hip crease. Lower abdominals. Nice, smooth, fluid movement. And always, if it doesn't feel good, just pause and rest. And then we'll get to the next posture and then you can pick up there. All right, 2 more. And then rest the left leg. Sit nice and tall again. And then bring your arms down beside you. Inhale the arms out to a nice wide T shape. Very good. Now take the right hand, bring it to your left knee, and then the left hand's going to go behind you as you twist. And just try to lift up your head as you move and rotate your chest to the left side of your room. So it's a lift through the spine. Good. Now release the right hand, come back into neutral, arms back out to a T. And let's try the other side. Left hand's going to come across and touch the right leg. Right hand's going to extend back. Lift the head, twist the spine. Good. Now return your left arm out. And now you can point your palms down or up, depending on which one feels better to you. Palms up is going to feel heavier. Palms down is going to feel lighter. So depending on what you want, what you need, we're just going to take some gentle twist side to side. If this is not working for you with your arms out, do it here. You can always have your hands on your hips or even lower to the ground. So if your arms start to feel heavy, start to lower them below your heart. And we're just going to take some twist. And I offer you this reminder to smile as you practice. When you smile, when you practice, it tells your body you're having a good time. So it's kind of like if you really hate something, if you smile through it, you can it's not quite as bad. But I'm not saying you hate yoga because I'm assuming you like it or you wouldn't keep coming back. Just shake out those arms, just kind of whatever feels good. Maybe notice the temperature of the air on your skin. And then when you get enough, feels like enough for you, you'll just bring your hands to your lap. And then rest. You can even close your eyes and smile. Enjoy that moment of freedom, just moving the body. Now with your eyes closed and your hands on your lap, gently tuck your chin towards your chest, and we're going to rock the head from one shoulder to the other shoulder. Let's massage the back of your neck. If it feels good to linger a little longer on one side, you may do that. You may explore pausing. Hope you're enjoying this little neck massage here. All right, now we're going to move from here. Bring your chin towards your chest, hands on your legs, and we're going to slide into that forward fold again. Take your arms down your legs. Let the head, if it feels good, still good to you, keep the head tucked towards your chest and look under your chair. See if you can relax the shoulders just a bit more. Inhale and exhale in this forward fold. All right, nice and slow, slide your hands up your legs. Let the head come up. The last thing, shoulders roll back. And then we're back into Tadasana. Thumbs pointing away from you. Shoulders relax, head is lifted. Now we're going to move into a little flow here of some sun salutations. So we're going to inhale, right knee up. Arms come up. Exhale, lower the right foot and lean over your right leg. So reach for the right leg only. Good. Now inhale, rise up with the arms. Lift the left knee up. Exhale, and we're going to fold over the left leg. So nice and slow. Reach your arms out and up. Lift your right knee up. Exhale, fold over the right knee. So leaning in the right direction. Inhale, reach the arms up. Lift the left knee up. Exhale, fold over your left knee. Inhale, arms come up. Now toe heel your feet out just a little wider so we can get a little bit wider stance here. Right knee lifts up. Exhale, lean to the right leg, so a little deeper. Inhale, reach up. Left knee lifts up. Lower left knee, lean over your left leg. Inhale, rise up. Right knee comes up. Exhale, fold over the right leg. Inhale, rise up. Left knee comes up. Reach over to the left leg and fold. Inhale up. Right knee. Now catching on to our pattern here. So I'm going to not cue, but I want you guys to try it on your own. See if you can kind of create a pattern of movement with your breath, with your body. So this is mindful movements. If you want your knees out wider, go for it. If folding over your leg too deep doesn't feel good, don't do it. Stay up. You can also just touch your knees. To show you that. You can just bring it here. I'm starting to get warm. And when you've had enough, just pause. I'm going to do one more round, but you're welcome to continue. When you're finished, just close your eyes and keep your knees pointing away from your hips, like pushing out nice and wide. Allow the chest to soften, the shoulders, the neck, the jaw. And we'll take just a couple breaths here after all that movement. So returning our breath to a calm state of not trying to work so hard. Very good. Now you can open your eyes. We're just going to lean forward, come into a flat back. Elbows will bend. Push the crown of your head forward as you straighten out your spine. So trying to keep the back flat. Look over your right shoulder. And then look down. Look over your left shoulder. And look down. Look over your right shoulder. As you look over your right shoulder, kind of drop your left shoulder towards the floor. And come back through center and switch. Drop that right shoulder down, look over the left. And now do a couple more, kind of going from one side to the other side. So when your right elbow drops down, you look over the left. So it's opposite movements. And then when you feel good, just rise back up, sit nice and tall. Now we're just going to take our knees and kind of windshield wiper. I'm going to turn my thing down just a bit. Just going to windshield wiper your knees from side to side. You can come up onto your toe mound, just below your toes. So the heels are off the ground, so you can kind of windshield wiper. If you have a chair that's not letting you windshield wiper, I understand. Some chairs don't let you slide, they stick to you. Good. So now we're going to come into a crescent warrior. So the top of the foot, sit here. So I'm going to take one foot back. Just make sure I'm going to do my right leg first. If you want to follow me, you can. I'm going to take that foot back behind the chair. You can also do it this way to the front of the chair. I'm just doing it to the side so you guys can see. Doesn't matter. And then again, you want your feet on the ground. So I'm just going to add in my block so my left foot doesn't come off the ground. Now, see if you can press the top of your foot onto the floor. So if you're wearing shoes, this might be a little difficult. But if you're barefoot, it should be okay. You're just going to kind of press the tops of your toenails on the floor. See how I'm kind of just stretching that top of my foot. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on it because there's 26 bones in there. We don't want to hurt them, but we just want to stretch the ankle. So this part of the ankle, just kind of stretch that. Good. And now flip the toes under and tuck them so that now the tippy toes are on the ground. Again, you want to have this leg, since I'm using the right leg, it is hanging off the chair. So my left buttocks is still on the chair, but my right is completely off. Now, option to keep the knee straight underneath the hip, or you can stretch it back. If you stretch it back, you're going to feel more in this hip flexor. Okay, now roll back the shoulders. So you can see I've got this little bit of an arch in my back. That's because I'm bringing my front of my body forward. And that's going to increase the intensity on this hip flexor. So again, you get to choose how much you want, how much you need today. Good. Now, option is to take the right hand and reach the right arm up. And then you can reach it back. So that right hand can go up and back. You can keep your left hand on your knee. This is a really big back bend. So if it doesn't feel good, keep your arms down and keep your hips over your shoulders. Good. Now we're just going to step that foot forward and switch sides. So we're just I'm going to turn around. You don't have to. I just want so you can see me on the camera. I'm going to switch sides and do my other leg. So we're going to start with that bottom of the foot stretch. So toenails are on the ground, and then you can kind of just gently encourage that ankle to kind of go down. Some of y'all are taller and you might have to go back a little further too. You see how I'm pressing the top of my foot? Actually, I'm not pressing, I'm encouraging it to go down. So stretching the ankle. Good. And after a couple breaths here, then you're gonna tuck the toes under, and again, sit to the edge of your chair so you can extend out as far as you like the left leg, and even maybe straightening that left knee if you need more. If you need less, keep it bent. And we'll just practice just a little bit of this back bend here. You can stay here with your hands down, or you can add in reaching up the left arm. It's a pretty intense stretch on that hip flexor. So be mindful, if it doesn't feel good, back it off to here. It's totally acceptable. Good. And then we'll gently lower the arm if it's in the air, and then turn back to center and bring the feet back to the front. And then I'm going to keep the focus on the feet for just a second. We're going to lift their heels up and practice that calf squeeze, and then lower. So inhale, lift up the calves, exhale, lower. There you go. Good. Squeezing it in. Okay, do two more. And then we'll lower the heels down on that last one. Now we're going to do the opposite. You're going to lift your toes so that the toes come towards your shins. The heels stay down. So just lift the toes and lower. And notice the different sensation from where you were feeling it with the heels coming up. So with the heels coming off, you've probably felt in your calves. Now you may feel it more in your shins. Good, I hope you're enjoying that. And then lower your soles of your feet to the ground, and then we're going to toe heel them out again until we come back into that goddess squat. And we're going to focus on the inner thighs now. So scoot back just a bit and take your right hand down. As you do that, encourage your inside of that right thigh to kind of pull out. So the muscle in the inner thigh pulls towards the knee. Now you can see dropping down that right hand, and then roll back your left shoulder. Hand can stay on the hip or it can reach up. And then we'll come back through center, and we'll switch sides. Left hand goes to the inside of the left thigh. Slide your left hand down, roll back your right shoulder. Either keep your right hand on your right hip or extend it up, and encouraging the left knee to go behind you. And then we'll come back up through center. We're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to lift up the heel. So come onto your right tippy toes and lean to the right. Again, you can extend up the left arm if you wish, or you can hold on to the left side of your body. And we'll switch sides, lower the right heel Lift your left heel up, slide your left hand down. And take whatever option you want for that right arm and encourage the knee to stay pushing open. Ah. Now lower right hand down. Lift both heels, and now we're just going to pulse. So just tapping the floor. Sorry if you can hear my squeaky chair. All right. So once you feel like you've got enough of those, you're going to pause and then straighten out both legs wide-legged. Come sit to the edge of your chair. It'll be easier. So edge of your chair. We will not fall out of our chairs though, but just straighten your legs. We're going to start to lean forward, tuck your chin towards your chest. Good, now gently slide your hands up your legs, roll the shoulders back. And now we're gonna do the same thing, but lift the toes. So automatically, as soon as I pointed my toes up, I felt the stretch in my legs. So be mindful here. If you don't need that much, be careful. All right, take your right hand down to the right leg, reach back with the left arm or hold your left hip. And then come back up through center. We'll switch sides. Reach down your left leg. Toes still pointing up. And you'll come back through center. Lower both feet to the ground. Come into that wide-legged fold again. Don't fall out of your chair. Tuck your chin towards your chest. If you have the option to touch the ground in front of you, like I'm going to use the block to bring me closer, you can do that if you want to touch the floor if you're able. And then when you're ready, nice and slow, lift yourself up. Bend your knees, bring your heels in, and then toe heel them back together. We're going to squeeze the inner thigh, so creating this lock in the legs. Lean back to your chair, see if you can lift your feet up, and then tap your feet down. So we're doing a little bit of rock and roll here, massaging your tailbone. Again, if your feet coming off the ground is too hard, just kind of lift the heels. You can always do this. Or if you like to play more, you can go higher. All of this is just supposed to be play. If it hurts, don't do it. If you're getting too tired and you feel your breath is going too fast, pause and just slow it down. That's okay too. I'm going to do 2 more, and on that second one, I'm going to hold. So if you're welcome to practice this hold with me and to see if we can balance on our sit bones. Whew. Maybe you feel a little earthquake in your belly. Ooh, I sure do. Squeeze the knees together. And then when you're ready, we touch back down. Sit nice and tall. I realize I'm cutting off my head, but we're going to stand here just a second. So inhale, both arms up. As you do that, push off and then come to standing. So take yourself behind your chair, grab a sip of water if you like. Now put the chair forward so that I can walk back into this downward facing dog. I want you to push back your hips and walk the legs back. Straighten out the arms. And find this as a resting pose. I know there's a lot of muscles that we're working here, but if you widen out your stance, it might feel a little better in your low back. Just take a couple breaths resting in this stretch. Knees are soft, so try not to lock them out. Keep the joints soft. And you can play around here. You can bend the knees more, straighten the knees. Try to bring your chest closer to your thighs. Hug your shoulder blades down your back. And then when you're ready, we'll toe heel our feet back under our hips if they were out wide. Look forward, and we're going to step your left foot to the chair first. So left foot goes forward, and then take that right foot and scoot it back. So we're in that crescent lunge that we just did in the chair. So you're on your toe mount. Your right heel is off the ground, and your hands are really steadying you right there on the back seat of the chair. Now see if you can bend into both knees, and then maybe straighten some. So we'll take a little bend, and then straighten. A little bend, straighten. One more. Bend and hold. So this is a pretty intense pose, so be mindful. Left leg is forward, take your left hand out, and then we're going to rotate your left arm behind you. So you'll feel this beautiful twist in the spine. Left arm reaches to the back of the room as you keep bending into that left knee. Awesome. Take your left hand back to the top of the chair, straighten both legs, lean forward, make a little pillow with your forearms, and come into a deep stretch in the left leg. So try not to lock out that left knee again, but it's going to go straight. Then drop that right hip down. I don't know if you can see how I'm just rotating my right hip towards. So if you want to go that way, I'm trying to tell it to come forward and down. Okay, so breathe. This is a pretty intense stretch. Option here is to pull the left toes off the ground and just press into your left heel as the toes lift off the ground. That's even more intense, but you can practice whichever one you like, just giving options. Then you can try to press your right heel into the ground. That's another option. Woo! Definitely feel that now in my right Achilles. Beautiful. Now, bend into both knees, spin that right heel down, left knee is still pointing to the chair, and now we're in a warrior stance, warrior two stance to be exact. So left knee is going towards the chair, trying to get it over your ankle. Right heel is down, and the right heel is the furthest thing back. So your toes are pointing a little bit more forward. The heel is away from you. Good. Hold on to the chair with your left hand. We're going to come into extended side angle next. So right arm reaches up. You'll feel this is for you, Diane, those inner thighs. Okay, girl? So just bend and reach. You'll feel that inner thigh right here. Woo. Option to hold the back of the head. Very good. Now straighten the left knee. Take your arms out to a T. You can still hold on with the left hand. Now we're going to come into triangle pose. This left hip's going to kind of tuck under. The right hip's going to pop up. That's okay. Reach up with the right hand and then lean towards the chair. Again, nice inner thigh stretch. Roll back that right shoulder, gaze upwards. Smile. And then the right hand returns to the chair. Spin up your right heel. And then step your feet together towards the chair. Pause in a Tadasana, a standing mountain pose. If you need to grab a sip of water, do that. Shake it out before we go to the other side. Again, if any of these poses are too much for you, just skip them. Come back. Just wait till we get to the next one. Even if you can't do the poses, if you picture yourself doing them, it still creates those neural pathways in your brain so that your body can feel that sensation of what it would feel like to be doing it. All right, so we'll step back into that downward facing dog again when you're ready. And we'll rest here for a couple of breaths. All right, when you're ready, lift your head up above your arms and step your right foot to the chair. Squiggle back your left heel. So the left heel's off the ground. We're coming back into that crescent warrior. So you don't have to be as far back as me. It could be a little one. It doesn't have to be huge. Now we're just going to play for a second with bending the knees and kind of going lower and straightening. Just getting a little bit of movement in there. If you feel any bone on bone or crunchiness in those knees, please don't do those. Back off. Ooh, I feel that in my hip flexors. Ooh, that's definitely there. All right. Now, bend into the right knee. Hold on with the left hand to the top of the chair. We're going to swing open the right arm, reaching behind you for the twist. Head lifts. Big spinal twist, feeling it right here in the side of my right leg. Beautiful. Return the right hand back to the chair. Straighten both knees and then hinge and forward. Make yourself a little pillow with your forearms. And then drop your left hip down just a little bit. And then you can play around with lifting the heels or the toes. So you can try lifting the right toes off the ground. Whew, that is an intense stretch. Can't do that one very long. And then you could try pressing the left heel into the ground. That's another one that will attack your Achilles on the left leg. All right. Now, nice and slow, we're going to rise up. And then turn, spin your left foot down, coming into that warrior two shape. So in warrior two, the knee, right knee is over the right ankle. The left heel will be the furthest thing back, so it's kind of turned at an angle. Right hand is on the chair. Again, feeling the inner thigh. Hold on to the chair, reach your left arm up, and then lean over or hold the back of your head, drawing back your left shoulder, feeling the right inner thigh as you deeply bend into that right knee. Again, if that's too much, stay higher. You can go as much as you need. Now, when you're ready, just straighten back to a T. And then we'll straighten the right knee and come into Trikonasana, Utka Trikonasana triangle pose. Left hand goes up, right knee is straight, left arm is reaching for the sky. Good. Return your left hand back to the chair, spin your left heel up, step your feet together, and just pause. Nice big pause there. So if you have a chair that has rails on it, like the armrest, this is not going to be possible. If you're like me and don't have the chairs, this is possible. So what you're going to do is just sit and turn. You're going to sit on the chair and face the chair forward. Hope that makes sense to everybody. So just this alone, because of the rails here, I really feel it in my inner thigh. So if that's all you need, then stay here. If you want more, you can do more. So we're just gonna take our belly and chest and lean it forward, feeling the stretch, and it'll get more intense in the thighs here. So be mindful, if that's too much, stay back. If you need more, lean forward. You can take your hands to your knees. And your toes, I don't know, you can't see my toes. My toes are pointing out like frog feet. So think of this as a version of frog. If we were on our belly, your belly would be on the floor, but this is a pretty intense inner thigh pose. But it's a good one. It works. So remember to smile during these intense moments, to breathe through it too. We'll hold this for just another 30 seconds. All right, and when you feel complete, you'll lean back, hold onto the chair, and then we'll just scoot out of this. And then we're going to come into a forward fold next. So all I want you to do is just stand about a foot back from your chair and relax the shoulders down. Feel the inner thighs and the work we just did. Now we're going to inhale both arms up. And then exhale into a forward fold. So option is to put your hands on the chair, or you can bend, keep the hands on the chair and bend the elbows and let your head come down. Back of the leg stretch, or you can actually reach for, if you can reach the floor, you can reach for the floor. So take which option feels good to you. Now lift up about halfway, come into that flat back. Keep your right hand down and we'll sweep the left arm up. As you do that, bend your right knee. So bend the right knee, reach your left arm up. And you might feel a little in your IT band here. And then we'll switch sides. Left hand comes down, bend your left knee, sweep your right arm up. Take your right arm down. Let's do it again. Bend your knee, opposite arm goes up. Lower. Other side. And lower. Bend both knees, reach both arms up, mountain. And then hands by the side. Good job. Come back and have a seat, either on the floor or in the chair, whichever one feels good to you. And let's focus for a moment on our neck. Take your hands and just find where your collarbones are, right here. And then spread your fingers out really wide, and then lift the head up and stretch out the front of your throat. If you like, you can bring your bottom jaw in front of your top teeth. They look kind of silly, but who cares? It feels good in the neck muscles. Good, and now release that. Take your right hand to your left side of your head, and gently you can keep that left hand on your left side of your collarbone here, or you can relax it if that's too much. Mm. Now we'll release that, switch sides. Left hand goes towards the right side of your head. And then release that. Take both arms out wide, crisscross your arms, give yourself a hug. And then lift your head up through your shoulders. And then draw a circle with your elbows in the sky. Now notice which arm is on top. And then come back through center, open the arms back out, reach back through your fingertips, and then make that X-shaped crisscross and do the other arm on top. And draw some more circles. And then we're going to release our arms out wide. And you can take whatever you like here. If you want to take a back bend, you can hold onto the sides of your chair or interlace your hands behind your back, roll the shoulders back, or you can keep your hands and just push your heart forward. So think of another little back bend or fish pose. Chin tucks in towards your throat. Feeling that opening of the front side of your body. And then nice and slow, release your hands. Straighten out your legs and lean back. We're going to take a big stretch overhead if you want and point your toes forward. So a nice long stretch through the sides of your body. And then exhale, release, and let your hands come down. Let your legs relax. If you want to widen your stance or any other way to get comfortable, go for it. We'll just take a moment or two to let the body have constructive rest. So there's rest that we get when we sleep, and then there's rest when we've worked hard and we just want to enjoy what we're feeling. So that's what I want you to do now. Just notice how your body feels. Begin to slow down your breathing. Listen to your heart. Feel the light of your soul. Accept your truth. Forgive and love yourself. Fill your mind with gratitude. And take 3 more conscious breaths, inhaling, and 3 more exhales. When you finish your 3rd exhalation, just breathe normally. And then scoot yourself up to kind of wiggling or sitting tall again, whatever you need. And then we'll finish our practice bringing our hands to Anjali Mudra, which is just palms touching palms. Rest your thumb on your sternum and then bow your head. The love and the light within me recognizes the love and the light within you. May you be happy and healthy. Namaste. Thank you, guys. Hope you got what you needed.
I did. Thank you.